Good morning, guys. Johnny Leadership Power Up 365. How are we doing this morning? What a great morning it is. Always start by saying what a great morning it is, because then you're setting yourself up for success. Today I want to speak to you guys about something that is very, very important in your life, in your business, in any organization, and that is called Entitlement Leadership. As you guys know, leadership is one of the 6 pillars on my success mastery. Without leadership, you can't get to success. So what does it mean when I say entitlement leadership? What does that mean? So entitlement leadership is when you believe that you are entitled to something due to the position that you have. I'm entitled to something due to the position I have. That's entitlement leadership. I'm entitled to something. Let me tell you a story. Once, when I was doing my articles as a chartered accountant, I went and worked at one of the companies, the Big Four, and I remember a story where a lady that came first in her studies in the world. She had studied. So she had studied to become a chartered accountant, and she did so well that she became first in the world in her studies, in her marks. And when she came to the first day at work, she walked into work and someone told her, "Please, can you go make some copies? And while you're at it, can you make me a cup of coffee?" And this woman was so astonished. And she says, "Do you know who I am?" And that manager or that person didn't. And she was just another article clerk. She came to work and she was another article clerk. And when you come to work as a first article clerk, you got to do certain things, like make photostat copies, like go make coffee for the managers. And that really got to her. She said, "I studied so hard, I became so successful, I became number one in the world, and here I am on my first day at work and I'm making coffee for people. Why did I do all that? Why did I study so hard?" So she had an entitlement, and because she became first in the world, because of her results, there was a sense of entitlement in her mind due to her past results. And unfortunately, we see that every single day. We see that every single day in our country, in the world, in politics, in business, in churches, where certain people have a title, a position. And that position can be given to you due to the fact that you went and studied, due to the fact that you did certain things in your life. But I have a saying: every time I have a new accounting clerk come to my business, every time I go coach companies and I'm speaking to the new intakes, I tell them, "What are you going to do in your first week here? What are you going to do?" And I always tell them, "You got to shut the fuck up." That's what you got to do. You got to shut up. Because when you come there, no one wants a smart pants. No one wants a smart pants to come into an organization and show and push themselves away, push themselves around and show what they are entitled to due to their past experiences. That manager didn't know this woman, didn't know what's good to her, and rightfully so. She has done nothing. She's added no value to his life to earn the right. You're not entitled to anything. You have to earn the right to get something. So if you buy a new business, you have to earn the right with your employees. You have to earn the right with that business. You have to earn the right with your customers. You have to earn the right with your employees. You have to, when you go into a relationship, you have to earn the right. Let me tell you, there's a sale happening all the time. There's a sale happening all the time between employer and employee, between customer between the customer and the service provider. There's a sale happening all the time, and the one party is always saying, what can this person provide me? What value can this person give? Why must I contribute? Why must I give this person something? You know, John Maxwell, one of my leadership gurus that has mentored me and coached me so much, and as you know, he's a priest, and he's grown up in churches, and he's led a lot of churches. He says being a priest is one of the most difficult leadership jobs there is, because I don't have anything to give. I don't pay people to follow me, and therefore I believe that's a perfect example where you've got to earn the right. And that's where John Maxwell always says leadership is nothing more than influence. So entitlement leadership is a big problem we have in our society. It is a big problem we have in our country. Entitlement leadership. You believe you're entitled to something because you have been appointed a director. You believe you're entitled to something because you are a shareholder of a company. Therefore, you're entitled to something. And I want to tell you, if you truly want to be a leader, if you truly want to make a difference, wake up with the attitude that I'm entitled to shit. I'm entitled to nothing. Everything I have to get in my life, I have to earn it. I deserve a lot of things in my life, but I deserve it by earning it. And the way I earn it is by adding value to it. That's the way I do it. I add value. So the question you must ask yourself is, don't go and say, I'm entitled to something. I'm entitled to a new house. I'm entitled to a big salary. I'm entitled to a car. That means shit. No one's going to respect you when you come in with an attitude of entitlement. That is not leadership. You don't dictate due to the fact of your position of leadership. That is entitled leadership. That is the worst type of leadership, and you will fall into trouble. Your organization will fall into trouble because you are teaching that when a certain person gets to a certain position, you're entitled to certain things, and you're entitled to shit. You're only entitled to something that you've earned the right to, and the only way you earn the right to that thing is by the value you add. So if you want to get something, add the value, contribute. How do you add value? You serve. You serve your community. You serve the people that you're going to lead. You serve them. You give something more to them. That's how you grow with leadership. That is proper leadership. Entitlement leadership has become the cancer that we have in our organization, has become the cancer in our churches, has become the cancer in our countries. That is where we need to understand. We need to identify leaders that believe they are entitled to certain things, and we need to cut them off. Don't entertain entitled leaderships. They will bring cancer. They will create cliques within your organizations. They will find certain people to team up with that will help them earn that right, that they're entitled to something. They're entitled to shit. When you go into an organization with proper leadership of influence, leadership of adding value, when you go into a new place, ask yourself, what can I offer this organization? How can I be of value to this organization? And when they see my value, I will get everything. Zig Ziglar said, if you want to get something in your life, help other people get what they want, and you will get what you want. Help other people get what they want, and you will get. Don't go and ask first. Don't go and ask what you want because you're a leader. Guys, we as leaders need to add value first. We as leaders need to understand that we're entitled to nothing. We have to earn everything. We as leaders need to understand that we need to give first of a value. We as leaders need to understand that we need to invest in ourselves. We need to invest in ourselves. I'll tell the story where there was a kid and he was eating a lot of sugar, and his mother was very concerned of him. Very concerned. And they went to Gandhi and they asked Gandhi, the mother took her child and went to Gandhi and said, Gandhi, please help me because my son or my kid is eating a lot of sugar. And I need you to help them. And Gandhi said, come back next week or next month, or what he said, come back later. I can't help you right now. And a week later or a month later, the mother came back and asked Gandhi the same question. And then Gandhi gave advice to the kid and helped the kid. And then the mother asked, I don't understand, when we first came to you and we asked you to help you and I asked you to help my kid, why you couldn't help him then? And Gandhi responded and said, the reason why I couldn't help your kid then is because I was eating sugar then. So I was not an example. I did not know how to advise someone if I was doing that. And I like that story because it shows integrity, it shows influence, it shows leadership. It shows that you got to go first. It shows that you got to add value first. It shows that I got to value myself in the sense of I got to add value to myself. I got to grow in order to contribute to a community, to a person. And once I contribute to a community or a person through the value I give, that is leadership. And therefore, they will give me. Guys, today entitlement leadership is a big problem. It's a big problem in the world. It's a big problem in organizations. And we got to stop that. And when we see leaders who are demanding things, are entitled to things, we need to make sure that we cut it off because they're creating an entitled leadership mindset in an organization. And that will become the cancer of the organization. That will become the cancer of the business. That will become the cancer of the church. So therefore, we got to cut it off right there and then. Thank you very much, guys. This is Johnny Eliades. Go out there, live with greatness, power up. Go out there and contribute and serve to other people. Our life is measured by the value we add to others, and that's how we build a great life. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Bye.